Okay, we have to talk about this because it's a developing story that has absolutely rocked the music world. A viral sensation, known for his really dark, moody tracks, has just been thrown into a real-life nightmare. And the details, they're just completely chilling.
You're seeing that right. David Burke, the artist that millions of us know as d4vd, has been arrested. And the charge isn't something small. It's as serious as it gets. We're talking about murder.
I mean, this is just a stunning fall for an artist who is on a meteoric rise. Seriously, one of the most promising new voices in music is now right at the center of a terrifying criminal investigation. It's unbelievable.
And this whole thing is moving incredibly fast. The arrest apparently happened in the early morning hours. The news literally just broke to the public moments ago, and now we're being told to expect a press conference from the DA's office any minute now.
So you're probably asking, why? Why was he arrested? Well, the details are still trickling out, but law enforcement sources have drawn a direct and very, very grim connection to another case that was already going on.
And let's be clear, this isn't some abstract accusation. While investigators are keeping things pretty tight-lipped, sources are confirming that the murder charge is directly tied to the disappearance of a local teenager. This just turned a celebrity scandal into a truly harrowing story.
And you know, this leads to an unavoidable and honestly a deeply unsettling question. How has d4vd's dark artistic persona, the very thing that made him famous, seemingly crashed into this horrifying real-life accusation? And this is where that collision just becomes impossible to ignore. On one side, you have the artist, his massive hit Romantic Homicide, a song all about dark, obsessive fantasy. And on the other, you have this stark reality, an arrest for actual murder, and the very real potential for a life sentence. The contrast is just so jarring, it's actually hard to process. So as you could imagine, as the public is trying to make sense of this, the internet has just exploded. d4vd's huge fan base is now completely fractured, trying to process something that just seems unthinkable. You have a huge chunk of his followers who are in total disbelief. They are flooding social media saying there has to be a massive mistake, that this is all a misunderstanding, that he's being framed. But then on the other side, you have a growing number of people, and this includes some of his former fans, who are digging through his online history. They're pointing to what they're calling these cryptic social media posts from the days right before his arrest, and it's just fueling all kinds of dark theories and suspicion. Okay, but let's step away from the online speculation for a second, because the most critical part of this story is really just beginning. This isn't just about his career being over. This is the start of a life-altering legal nightmare for this young artist. And make no mistake about it, the stakes could not be higher. If he is convicted of this, d4vd is facing the very real possibility of spending the rest of his entire life in prison.
So, as we wait for the DA to make their official statement, the real question is just hanging in the air. For an artist who literally built a career on the fantasy of a romantic homicide, where does the performance end and where does reality begin?